Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. We have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen.
Caitlin Clark has become one of the biggest reasons many people believe the WNBA's future is brighter than ever. Her arrival has brought unprecedented attention, larger audiences, and new opportunities for the league. At the same time, some critics and public figures continue to create controversy around her, leading to constant debates that often overshadow the game itself. Many fans believe those distractions take attention away from the positive impact Clark has had on women's basketball. Regardless of the outside noise, her influence on the league's popularity is undeniable, and supporters expect her to remain a major driving force behind the WNBA's continued growth for years to come.
You know, I usually stay out of these conversations, but with Caitlin Clark, I can't stay silent anymore.
What happens when one of basketball's greatest legends sees one of the WNBA's brightest young stars repeatedly caught in controversial on-court moments? That's the question many fans have been asking after reports and online discussions link LeBron James to comments about Caitlin Clark and Alyssa Thomas. Before going further, consider this. Have you ever seen a young professional athlete face this much attention and physical play so early in their career? According to the narrative, the incidents involving Clark during the Phoenix-Mercury matchup reignited debate across the basketball world. Supporters argue that Clark deserves stronger protection, while critics believe the game should remain physical for everyone. As one of the NBA's all-time greats, LeBron James understands the pressure that comes with being a superstar and the tough defense elite players often face. Many believe he knows the difference between hard, competitive basketball and actions that cross the line. The discussion surrounding Alyssa Thomas has only intensified as fans continue to debate where that line should be, with Clark's treatment remaining one of the most talked about topics in women's basketball.
I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
Alyssa Thomas, that's what she does. She uses her body.
LeBron James has battled some of the toughest competitors basketball has ever produced, earning his reputation as one of the greatest players in the sport. Because of that experience, he believes there is a clear difference between playing physical, championship-level defense and making unnecessary plays that put another player at risk. According to the discussion, what stood out to him most was the timing of Alyssa Thomas's shove, which sparked widespread criticism after his remarks gained attention. Before continuing, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates. LeBron addressed an issue that many fans had already been debating but few high-profile figures had openly discussed. He explained that true competitors challenge each other face-to-face rather than taking advantage of moments when an opponent is vulnerable or caught off guard. Having played through some of the most physical eras in basketball, he argued that toughness is part of the game, but questionable actions that go beyond fair competition are difficult to defend. His comments have only intensified the ongoing debate surrounding Alyssa Thomas and the incident. What appeared to frustrate LeBron even more was Thomas's reaction afterward. Instead of acknowledging that the play may have crossed the line, she suggested that she was being unfairly criticized, saying, "Damned if I do, damned if I don't." In LeBron's view, the greatest champions accept responsibility when their actions are questioned, especially if another player's safety is involved. He believes elite athletes allow their performances to speak for themselves instead of relying on excuses, and when someone spends more time defending controversial behavior than addressing it, it naturally raises concerns about sportsmanship and professionalism. LeBron also praised Caitlin Clark's exceptional talent, highlighting her elite court vision, deep shooting range, and ability to elevate everyone around her. He described her as one of basketball's brightest young stars with enormous potential still ahead of her. At the same time, he emphasized that protecting gifted players and preserving the integrity of the game should remain a priority. Rather than constantly dealing with unnecessary physical contact or controversial plays, he believes Clark should be able to focus on developing her game and reaching the extraordinary level many believe she is capable of achieving. LeBron James believes that targeting a star player instead of rising to the challenge through preparation, talent, and hard work represents everything that's wrong with a competitive mindset. In his view, sportsmanship is compromised whenever a player is exposed to unnecessary or reckless contact. Basketball, he argues, should always be decided by skill, discipline, and execution, not by controversial tactics or questionable plays. His remarks quickly sparked widespread debate throughout the basketball community. LeBron also compared Caitlin Clark's experience to the physical treatment many elite athletes have faced during their careers, while making it clear that there's an important difference between tough, competitive basketball and actions that go beyond the limits of fair play. He praised Clark for handling enormous expectations at such a young age, pointing out that she's already become one of the biggest names in women's basketball. One of his strongest arguments was that if the league fails to discourage unnecessary or dangerous plays against its biggest stars, it risks sending the message that controversy earns more attention than genuine basketball excellence. According to LeBron, protecting top talent while maintaining fair competition is essential for the league's long-term growth. He also warned that failing to respond appropriately could send the wrong message to future generations of athletes. Young players, he said, should look to the WNBA as an example of elite skill, relentless work ethic, teamwork, and sportsmanship, not unnecessary confrontations or controversial incidents. Despite everything Clark has faced, LeBron expressed complete confidence in her future, saying that adversity often creates greatness. He believes every attempt to intimidate or discourage her will only strengthen her determination to succeed through talent, composure, and basketball intelligence. Drawing from his own career, LeBron explained that every superstar eventually faces intense physical defense and constant scrutiny. However, he emphasized that Clark is also carrying the enormous pressure that comes with being one of the most recognizable figures in women's basketball today. That's why, in his opinion, supporting players like Clark isn't just about helping one individual, it's about protecting the integrity of the game itself. He described Clark as a player who represents everything that makes basketball special, from elite court vision and exceptional talent to fierce competitiveness and the ability to inspire the next generation. LeBron concluded by saying the WNBA has reached a pivotal moment in its history. The way the league handles situations like this could shape its culture and reputation for years to come. In his eyes, the league has a clear choice: fully protect and promote its biggest stars, allowing players like Caitlin Clark to maximize their potential while helping the league grow, or continue allowing less talented players to rely on controversial tactics in an effort to stay relevant. LeBron James' message was straightforward. The choices the WNBA makes today could shape the league's future for years to come. That has fueled one major question among fans. Will the league take stronger steps to protect stars like Caitlin Clark, as many believe it should, or will controversial incidents continue to dominate the headlines? The debate has spread across the basketball world, with supporters and critics offering very different opinions. If you have thoughts on the situation, share them in the comments. Do you agree with LeBron's criticism, or do you think he was too harsh? And do you believe the WNBA will eventually take firmer action to protect its biggest stars? If you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future basketball analysis. LeBron's comments have brought even more attention to the conversation surrounding Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. What started as discussion about one game or one controversial foul has grown into a much larger debate about the league's future, its standards, and how it treats its biggest names. Very few athletes have entered a professional league carrying the expectations Clark faced. Every game she plays attracts massive audiences, every performance is analyzed from every angle, and every success or setback quickly becomes national news. That level of attention is the reality of being one of basketball's most recognizable stars. At the same time, veteran players across the league continue to compete with pride, experience, and intensity. The WNBA wants its games to remain physical and competitive, but many fans also believe that competition should never cross into unnecessary or dangerous play. That's why LeBron's remarks have resonated with so many people. Having spent his career battling elite defenders under constant pressure, He understands physical basketball better than almost anyone. His message wasn't about eliminating toughness. It was about protecting the integrity of the game by ensuring that talent, not controversy, remains the main attraction. Whether people agree with LeBron or not, his comments have sparked an important conversation throughout the basketball community. Fans, analysts, former players, and media personalities continue debating how the league should respond when its biggest stars repeatedly find themselves involved in highly physical situations. Should officials take a stronger stance to protect players? Should questionable plays carry tougher penalties? Or is this simply part of professional basketball? Opinions remain divided, but one thing is clear. Caitlin Clark has refused to let the criticism, physical defense, or constant attention distract her from her game. She continues to compete at a high level and prove why so many believe she represents the future of women's basketball. Meanwhile, the WNBA continues to experience unprecedented growth. Attendance is climbing, television audiences are expanding, social media conversations grow every day, and new fans are discovering the league in record numbers. As the season continues, every game involving Caitlin Clark will receive even more attention, every controversial play will be analyzed, and every officiating decision will be debated. The spotlight on the league has never been brighter. Now, the question shifts to you. Do you think LeBron James accurately described the current situation? Is the WNBA doing enough to protect its players while preserving the physical nature of the sport? And what impact do you think this debate will have on Caitlin Clark, Alyssa Thomas, and the future of the league? Share your opinion in the comments below. Respectful discussion is what keeps this community growing, and your perspective could be featured in a future video. If you enjoyed this analysis, subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for more updates covering the biggest stories from the WNBA, the NBA, and the world of basketball. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.